Okay, fine. So yes, we can begin the session. Once again, good evening. Okay, so I hope you are doing well. Okay, and are your exams over? Are your exams completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So today we are going to start a new topic. It is the next part of speech, a new part of speech, and the name of the part of speech is adverbs. Okay, so far we have completed 4 parts of speech: nouns, pronouns, verbs, and adjectives. So this is the 5th part of speech called adverbs. Okay, so do you have any idea about where to use adverbs? Or do you have any guesses about why we are using adverbs? What is the use of adverbs? You can just give a guess, okay? Okay, you are in which class, Sonal? Grade
5.
5. Grade 5. Okay. So have you come across this word adverbs in your school? Have you studied this topic before? If it is yes, you can say yes. Or if it's no, you can tell that. Have you studied
No,
this?
ma'am.
No. Okay. Okay. So adverbs are nothing but describing words only. Okay. Adverbs are also describing words, just like adjectives. So we studied adjectives. In the last 2 to 3 classes, we studied adjectives. So what are adjectives? Do you remember what are adjectives? You can give the answer in a simple way. What are adjectives? Yes, adjectives are also describing words and they describe whom? सोचो और बोलो. Adjectives can describe what? Okay, no idea? Adjectives can describe nouns. Okay. Similarly, adverbs can describe verbs. Okay. Adjectives can describe nouns. Likewise, adverbs can describe verbs. So what are verbs? Verbs का मतलब क्या है? So only if you answer then I will understand. Otherwise, how will I know? What are verbs? You are in 5th standard, so definitely you will know what are verbs. Verbs का मतलब क्या है? Yes. Don't be afraid. Yeah.
Ma'am, I cannot understand.
I am asking you what are verbs. Verbs का मतलब क्या है? Verb. You are in 5th standard है ना? 5वीं कक्षा में
Yes,
है ना?
ma'am.
हाँ. So grammar पढ़ते हैं ना?
Yes, ma'am.
Ah. So what all topics you studied in grammar in your school? What are you learning this year? Have you studied nouns? Nouns पढ़ा है ना? Name of a person.
Yes, ma'am.
Verbs. VERBS. Verbs भी पढ़ा है ना?
Yes, ma'am.
What are verbs? That is what I am asking. Verbs का मतलब क्या है?
Verb.
क्या है? Verb क्या है?
Playing, dancing.
Actions है ना? Verbs are actions. दैट इज व्हाट आई एम आस्किंग. वर्ब्स का मीनिंग या वर्ब्स का मतलब क्या है? वर्ब्स का मतलब है एक्शंस. सो एनी एक्शन इज कॉल्ड अ वर्ब. सो यू टोल्ड डांसिंग, प्लेइंग, सिंगिंग. Then now I am speaking to you. So speaking, listening, reading, writing, all these are verbs. So verbs are what? Actions. In Hindi you call in Hindi what do you say for verb? हिंदी में verbs को क्या बोलते हैं? हिंदी भी पढ़ते हैं ना?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं verbs को? क्रिया. Am I right? क्रिया. Okay. So verbs are action words. Action words को हम verbs बोलते हैं. Now what are adverbs? That is what we are going to see. So adverbs are nothing but, yes, Devasmita? Okay. Okay. So adverbs are words that describe a verb. So adverbs क्या है? Verbs को वर्णन करते words और verbs को describe करने वाले words को adverbs बोलते हैं. Okay, so adverbs will describe the verbs. So now we will see, let's have an introduction. Today we are going to learn about adverbs. And when you see the word adverb, when you just look at that word, you are getting some clue about this word. You are getting some idea about this word adverb. There is a name inside this word. In this word adverb, you already have another name inside adverb. What is that name? इस नाम के अंदर, एडवर्ब नाम के अंदर अनदर नाम है, अगला नाम है. व्हाट इज दैट? Guys, if you are not responding, how can I conduct the class? Why nobody is responding? One is in 5th standard, the other one is a college student. Okay, and I expect some simple answers from your side. If you are not at all opening your mouth, then how can we conduct this class? This is such a basic topic that we are learning. Because I am using English and a little bit Hindi also. Still, if you don't understand, then I don't know what I have to do. Guys, what I am asking you is, in this word adverb, you are already having another part of speech in that word. Can you identify that? Yes, Devasmita?
Modifier.
Sorry?
Modifier.
Adverb is a modifier, okay, but the question that I asked is, adverb is in this word adverb. Adverb नामक word में एक word hidden है. Yes, Samshipta?
Ma'am, that is verb.
Verb, exactly, that is verb. Okay, so in the word ADVERB, that is the spelling for adverb. Okay, spelling of adverb is ADVERB. Inside that word you are finding a part of speech, that is verb, that we had already studied. We have already studied what are verbs, right? So the name of this part of speech is seen inside the word adverb. So from this you can understand adverbs describe verbs, or as you said, adverbs are modifying words. And whom do they modify? किसको modify करते हैं adverbs? Adverbs modify?
Verb.
Verb, very good. Verbs को modify करते like what to say, verbs को modify करते part of speech को हम adverb बोलते हैं. ठीक है? So now let's see what is an adverb. An adverb is a word that modifies or describes a verb, an adjective or another adverb. Okay, so now they are telling that adverbs can not only describe a verb. Adverbs सिर्फ verbs को describe नहीं करते हैं. Rather, they also describe adjectives and other adverbs in a sentence. Imagine that in a sentence you are having an adjective, also an adverb. At that time, what they are telling is that adverb can even describe that adjective. Adjectives can describe only nouns and pronouns. But adverbs are not like that. They are more powerful than adjectives. Meaning to say that an adverb can describe three people. Who are they? Verbs, adjectives and other adverbs in a sentence. So adverbs का काम यह है कि वह verb को describe करते हैं, adjectives को describe करते हैं और अगला adverbs को भी describe करते हैं. Are you getting the point?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So adverbs are very interesting. At the same time, they have more features or they have more characteristics than adjectives. That's why I told you adverbs are powerful than adjectives, because adjectives को सिर्फ nouns और pronouns को describe करना ही possible है, but adverbs को ऐसा नहीं. वह verbs को, adjectives को और अगला adverbs को भी describe करते हैं. So in a sentence, if you identify two adverbs, okay, in a sentence if you see two adverbs, it means that one adverb is describing the another adverb. Alright, so now we can also see that an adverb can tell us how, when, where, how much and how often something happens. Okay, now let us look at the word how. How is कैसे, right? कैसे हुआ, ये कैसे हुआ, how did it happen? So how का मतलब कैसा या कैसे, right? So now let me give you a question, an example. The man runs fast. Okay, the man runs fast. So can you identify the verb in this sentence?
Ma'am.
Yes. Yeah. The man runs fast.
Ma'am, run.
I didn't get you. Could you please repeat?
Ma'am, run.
Run. Okay, run is the verb. So runs, that is the action or the verb. Now, some other word is describing this action. The man runs fast. Here I am describing the verb runs using an adverb. What is that adverb in the sentence?
Fast. Yes, ma'am.
Exactly, it's fast.
Fast.
Yeah, so fast is the adverb and runs is the verb. Now the question is, how does the man run? How does the man run? So I can write the man runs fast. The man runs fast. So the question is how the man runs. And in the answer I am telling the man runs fast. So how he runs? Fast. So fast is the adverb in this sentence. So you are getting an answer to the question how, and that answer will be an adverb. Got it? Similarly, for the word when. Where do we use this word when? For what purpose we use the word when? Kab, right? In Hindi, kab. So it means to show,
Yes.
it means to ask for a time, or it means to speak about a particular time. So whenever you are asking a question, for example, when is your exam? And I am telling my exam is tomorrow. Or if I am telling I had an exam yesterday, or I have an exam today. So words like yesterday, today, tomorrow and the day before yesterday or the day after tomorrow All these are again adverbs. These adverbs are answers for the question when. Just like how, when is another question word. Okay. Even I can say, when did you come to India? I came to India last week. So last week is again an adverb. They are called adverbs of time. Adverbs of time बोलते हैं ये सबको. Alright. Now coming to where. Where is used to show, कहाँ. Where is used to show or where is used to speak about what? For what purpose we use the word where?
Ma'am means kaha.
So what is the purpose? You can tell in English. Why you are using that word?
Asking about intention.
Asking about intention? Intention, that is why. I am asking where. Where is to speak about or to talk about a place, right? Okay. So you can see
A day.
it's to speak about a place.
About Ma'am, indicating location.
It's used to indicate a location. Alright. So where is used to speak about a place or a location. And adverbs like here, there, near, far, farther, nearer, then between, behind, besides, or I can say adjacent, closer. All these are called adverbs of location or adverbs of place. So we discussed adverbs of conditions, that is how. The answer for the question how will be an adverb of condition. The answer for the question when will be adverbs of time. And the answers for the questions where will be adverbs of position or place. Now next is how much. How much. So generally for this question we write answers like little, some, lots of, a lot of, etc. Or even you can specify an amount. For example, if I go to a textile, okay, if I go to a textile shop and ask how much is this shirt, so they will tell you the cost. It means that you are asking the price or the cost of that shirt. Okay, so if the price of the shirt is 250 rupees, okay, they will say it's 250 rupees. So 250 rupees will be the answer for the question how much. Or even I can ask how much water is there in this bottle. So you will say, or you can say there is little water in this bottle. So little is again an answer. It's a quantity. Okay, 250 rupees is not a quantity, it's a price. But little water or there is some water, so some, little, all these are quantifiers or quantities. So adverbs of quantities will be the answer for the question how much. So whenever you come across a question how much, you will get answers like little, some, lots of, a lot of, etc. And they are actually quantifiers. And we can also call them adverbs of quantities. Okay. And the last question is how often. How often? How often is used to show a frequency. For example, let me give a question. How often do you go to school? What will be your answer? How often do you go to school or college? How will you answer that? Yes? Why no answers?
I go to school on Monday.
Okay, I am actually asking for a frequency. So I go to school daily, or yeah, Samshita.
Yes, ma'am. I often go to school
Ah, okay, you can say,
daily.
yeah, if you are using often, then no need to use daily. Okay, so either you can say I often go to school, or you can say I go to school daily, or I go to school regularly. Okay, so daily, regularly, often. Similarly, if I ask you, how often do you go to temples? What would you say?
I often go to temples, usually on Monday.
I often go to temples.
I often go to temples, usually on Monday.
Usually on Mondays. Okay. So here you can see I often go to temples, or you can say I frequently go to temples. Frequently in the sense whenever you wish to go, you will go. Okay. Whenever you wish to visit temples, you visit. You go. Okay. So how often is again a question used to ask a frequency. Frequency is like daily, regularly, or you can say alternately means like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, leaving one day in between. Okay, alternately, or you can say rarely. If I ask you how often do you go to movie theaters, some might tell I watch movies rarely. Rarely means very scarce. Okay, it means that you don't even get time to watch movies, so it's very rare for you to sit and watch movies. So how often asks a frequency, and the answers can be words like often, frequently, regularly, then rarely, scarcely, etc. Okay, even you can tell like this. If I ask you how often do you read newspaper, you can say I read newspaper daily. So daily is an adverb. And then if I ask you how often do you wash your clothes, I wash my clothes twice a week. Twice a week means how many days? Twice means okay. How many times do you brush your teeth? Doctors ask us to brush our teeth twice a day. So twice is how much?
2.
2. Yeah. So twice is 2. So you can see that twice, once, twice, thrice, all these are again adverbs asking for how often. Okay, and you can see that these words like how often, once, twice, thrice, daily. There is one word called monthly. Monthly is something that you see once in a month, or that you experience once in a month. For example, how many times can you see half moon in a month? So monthly once you can see a half moon and a full moon, right? Monthly once you can see a half moon and full moon. That is what we call Amavasya and Purnima, right? Then similarly, magazines. Okay, when do you buy magazines? Every month, or you can say I buy magazines monthly. Monthly. There are some books that we buy twice in a month. Okay, there are some books like magazines that we can buy twice a month, and they are called fortnightly. Fortnightly means you will get that magazine 2 times a month. You will get it 2 times a month. Okay, then if you get a book once in 3 months, that is called quarterly. Just like you are having quarterly exams, right? Quarterly. So what do we call for something that we see or that we buy once in 6 months? Any idea? Once in 3 months is quarterly. What do we call for once in 6 months? Just think. Yes, you know that. Your exams are also named like that. Quarterly,
Half yearly.
half yearly, very good. Half yearly, yes. So quarterly, half yearly, and something that comes once in a year is annually. Okay, so if I ask you, when do you visit your parents? I visit my parents annually, means once in a year you go and visit them. Okay, so all these are examples for adverbs. So adverbs will be answers for questions like how, when, where, how much and how often. The answers for all these questions are adverbs. Okay, whatever answer you give to these questions, such words are all adverbs. Now, for example, quietly is an adverb that tells us how something happens. For example, if I tell the boy is reading quietly, meaning to say that the boy is spending his time very quietly. So quietly is an adverb that you are getting by adding ly to an adjective, that is quiet. So whenever you are adding ly to an adjective, it will become an adverb. Okay, there are thousands of adjectives with which you can add ly to get an adverb. For example, quiet is an adjective. So quiet plus ly is quietly. Right? Quiet plus ly is quietly. Similarly, quick plus ly is quickly. Can you give some other example?
Ma'am, fast plus ly, fastly.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. There is no word called fastly. Okay? English mein there is no such word called fastly. Many people do this mistake. Okay? Yesterday and the day before yesterday, when I was teaching this topic for other students, I was telling the same thing. There is no word called fastly. Okay? Most of us have done this mistake. Okay? Even some people do it still. So please understand, English में fast is the only word. Fastly, there is no word like that called fastly. Fastly नामक एक word नहीं है हिंदी में. Okay? It's only fast.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I can give some other example. I said quietly, quickly. Similarly, think of an adjective, add ly to it, then you will get an adverb. Devasmita, can you try?
Quietly.
Give another example. Quickly is already there on the screen.
Again. She sings beautifully.
Beautifully, very good. So beautiful plus ly is beautifully. Good. So Sonal, can you give an example for an adverb?
Then can I say?
Yes, Samshita.
Ma'am, hurried plus ly, hurriedly.
Hurriedly, or worriedly. Both are correct.
Hurriedly.
Okay.
Carefully.
Yeah, cheerfully, colorfully, hurriedly, worriedly, beautifully, all these are adverbs. Good. So now there is another interesting thing. Before that, we will just go through this example. Let us see. Yeah, Sonal, can you read the sentence?
Let's see it in a sentence. The cat quietly follows the mouse.
Very good. The cat quietly follows the mouse. So here follows is the action or the verb. And I am describing the verb using the word quietly. Follows is a verb and I am describing it with quietly. That is an adverb. And there is another interesting thing, that is all adverbs will not have ly. It's a fun fact. Many adverbs end with an ly, but not all adverbs. For example, often. Is there ly in often? Often नामक word में can you identify ly?
नहीं मैम.
No, you can't see ly. Similarly, another word, let me give you always. Always. That also doesn't
Ma'am,
have.
he works.
Yeah. So always is also an adverb, but there is no ly. Okay. So some adverbs will have ly, some of them will not. Okay. So now let's go through some examples. It's time to practice. So read the sentences on the next slides and then find the adverbs. So you have to read the sentence and then find the adverb. Okay. So Sonal, you can start. Please read the sentence.
The girl often plays at the park.
Okay. So what is the adverb here?
Ma'am, often.
Yes. Sonal, what is the adverb?
Often. Often.
Often. Often. Very good. Okay. So often is the adverb. Moving down. Yes, Devasmita, you can read this.
The dog barks loudly at the cat.
Okay. So इसमें adverb क्या है?
Loudly.
Very good. So the dog barks. How the dog barks? It barks loudly. So loudly is the adverbs. Adverb. Yeah. Samshipta, next one.
She quickly runs to her friend. Here, the adverb is quickly.
Very good. So we have one last sentence. I will read it. He always eats chocolate candy. So what could be the adverb here?
Always.
Always. Always is the adverb. So even the opposite of always. What is the opposite of always? Does anyone know? Always का opposite क्या है? Yes, संक्षिप्ता.
Ma'am, never.
Never. Very good. So if I write like this.
Never.
Yeah, you are correct. So if I write like this, he never eats chocolate candy. If I write like that, then the adverb will be never. Okay. So
Yes,
always,
ma'am.
never, often, frequently, rarely, then barely, hardly. There are lots of adverbs. Okay. So now I will just take you to another PPT. You can see the screen, right? Just a minute. Is the screen visible? Can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So now let us see what is an adverb. So an adverb is a part of speech that helps in modifying or qualifying a verb in a sentence. Also, adverbs can describe adjectives and other adverbs in a sentence. So we have already discussed this. Adverbs can not only describe verbs but also they can describe adjectives and other adverbs in a sentence. Okay, so now let's go through the examples. Yes, Devasmita, you can read the 5 sentences.
The man runs fast.
Hmm.
The birds fly high.
Birds, it's birds, okay?
Again. The students wrote the exam quickly.
Hmm.
The athlete stood steadily.
Steadily, steadily, okay? Hmm.
Okay. We frequently visit the beach.
Hmm. Very good. Thank you. So here you can see the man runs fast. So naturally the adverb is fast because I'm describing how the man runs. Similarly, you can see the birds fly high. I'm describing how the birds fly. The birds fly high. So what is the adverb here?
Ma'am, hi.
High. Exactly. Okay. Next one. Students wrote the exam quickly. So I'm telling how the students wrote the exam. How did the students write the exam?
Ma'am, quickly.
Quickly. Yes, it's quickly. Very good. Then next one. The athlete stood steadily. So who is an athlete? Someone who runs. Yes?
Yes.
A runner is called an athlete. Okay. So here we can
Yes.
see the athlete stood. How? How did the athlete stand?
Steadily.
Steadily. Meaning,
Steadily.
yeah, meaning to say that he was balanced. He or she. Okay, athlete can be a male or a female. Okay, anyways, the athlete stood how? Steadily, without any wavering motion. The athlete was straight. Okay, he stood or she stood steadily. Okay, balanced. Okay, and the last one is we frequently visit the beach. So the action here is visit. Verb is visit. So how often I visit the beach?
Ma'am, frequently.
Frequently. So the adverb is frequent.
Frequently.
Yes, yes. So adverb is also frequently. Okay, so this is the answer for the question how often? How often do you visit the beach? So I'm telling we visit the beach frequently or we frequently visit the beach. You can write the adverb in the middle of the sentence or even in the end of the sentence. Okay, if I write we visit the beach frequently, that is also correct. Okay, now let's continue. An adverb tells more about a verb in a sentence. We have a few more examples to go through. Yes, Samshipta, you can read one by one.
Yes, ma'am. First, the fire engine runs first. Second, listen to his speech carefully. Third, I browse the web frequently. Fourth, it rained hard. Fifth, we visit our parents rarely. Sixth, I hardly go to school.
Good. So here you can see again in the first example, the fire engine runs fast. So fast is the adverb. I again wanted to tell that there is no word called fastly. Okay. The reason why I am repeating it is most of the students have this tendency to form a word called fastly, but there is no such word in English. It is wrong. Okay. It's a big mistake. So fast is the adverb. Okay. Next is listen to his speech carefully. So here the adverb is carefully. Can someone identify the verb here?
Ma'am,
Hmm.
listen.
Okay, correct. Listen is the verb. So what I have to do carefully, I have to listen to the speech carefully. Listen to someone's speech carefully. So listen is the action or the verb. Guys, I am again repeating. Verb means action. Adverb means the word that describes a word. Verbs को describe करते हैं, words को adverbs बोलते हैं, ठीक है? Next one, I browse the web frequently. Browsing means to search. Okay, we search a lot of things on internet, right? So I browse the web frequently. Okay, means often. Frequently and often mean the same. Okay, often, frequently, regularly, all these mean the same. Okay, next, it rained hard. So hard is actually an adverb in this sentence, but it is also an adjective in some other sentences, right? For example, if I say, the rock is hard, the rock is hard. So hard is actually an adjective in that sentence. So how will I know whether the word hard is an adjective or an adverb in a sentence? In some sentences it is an adjective. In some sentences it is an adverb. So how will I know that? Are you getting my question? कुछ sentences में hard एक adjective है और कुछ अधिक sentences में वह एक adverb है. So whether it is an adjective or adverb, how will you identify it?
Ma'am, by using ly.
No. Hard is different from hardly. Okay. So it's simple. If you are seeing or if you see that the word is describing a noun. For example, if hard is describing a noun, then it is an adjective. Because adjectives can describe only nouns and pronouns, right? So in the sentence, the rock is hard. The rock is a noun. It's a thing. So in that sentence, the word hard is describing a thing that is rock. So hard is an adjective. Whereas in this sentence, it rained hard. Rained is the word that I have to see. Is it a noun or a verb? Rained. The word rained is a noun or a verb? संज्ञा है या क्रिया है? Rained.
Verb.
It's a verb. Yes. So it rained hard. So here hard is describing an action. So it is an adverb. So depending on the situation, sometimes hard can be used as an adjective and at some other times it can also be used as an adverb. Got it? It depends on the situation. Got it? Are you able to understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now the next question is, we visit our parents rarely. So here rarely is the adverb. And the last question is, I hardly go to school. Here the adverb is hardly. Okay. In the last example, hardly is the adverb. And please understand, there is no connection between hard and hardly. There is no connection in meanings between hard and hardly. Hard means, in the fourth sentence you can see it rained hard. It means it rained strongly or it rained heavily. Instead of writing heavily or strongly, you are using the word hard. But hardly is totally different from hard. Hardly means very rarely. Okay.
Hardly means negative words.
Yes, hardly is a negative word like rarely. Rarely, hardly, barely, all these are negative words. And hardly means rarely. Okay, I rarely go to school. Okay, I'm not at all a regular person to go to school. I go very rarely. That is what you mean by the word hardly. So hardly is equal to rarely. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Similarly, frequently is equal to regularly. Okay. Now we will just see one more part. An adverb tells more about an adjective in a sentence. Okay, so we have two more uses of adverbs. This is the second use and this is the third use. The third one will be discussed in the next class. Today we will look at the second use also. An adverb can describe an adjective in a sentence. So let's see the examples. Yes. So now you can read the examples. Sonal, are you there? Please read the examples. Okay. Anyone else? Devasmita, can you read it?
And the news is very surprising. Second is nature is really amazing. Third, the coffee is extremely hot, so be careful. Fourth, I was really surprised to hear from you. Fifth, the house is so beautiful. Sixth, the exam was a little difficult than the earlier one.
Okay, very good. So the news is very surprising. Okay. So when you are pronouncing the word news, it should be news. Okay. But you are pronouncing it news. News nahi hai, news. Okay. So just try to change your pronunciation, English pronunciation. Okay. So the news is very surprising. So here you can see that I am describing the word news using an adjective first. What is the adjective in this sentence? Can you guess? Adverb is very.
Ma'am, news.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Surprising.
yeah. Surprising is the adjective. The news is very surprising. So surprising is the adjective. I'm describing the news as surprising. How it is surprising? It is very surprising. The news is very surprising. So first I told the news is surprising. So surprising is just an adjective describing the news. Okay. And then you can see how it is surprising, very surprising. So surprising is adjective and very is adverb describing adjective. Next is nature is really amazing. So here you can see really is the adverb and it is describing an adjective in the sentence. What is that? Yes, nature is really amazing. Really is the adverb. So what is the adjective here? Are you able to hear me? Am I audible? Okay, so what is the adjective here? Amazing is the adjective.
Ma'am, amazing.
Amazing is the adjective. So nature is really amazing.
Amazing.
Okay. Next is the coffee is
Amazing.
extremely hot. So be careful. Here you can see the coffee is extremely hot and I'm asking you to be careful. So the Adjective here is hot. Hot is the adjective and extremely will be the adverb. I'm describing hot to be extremely hot. Got it? Also, there is another adjective that is careful. Okay, careful is also another adjective. Okay, but we are describing only hot, not careful. Okay, and the next one is I was really surprised to hear from you. Again, you are describing the word surprised using really. Okay, then next is the house is so beautiful. The house is so beautiful. So, what will be the adverb here?
Ma'am, so.
Ah, so, okay, and beautiful is the adjective. And the last one is the exam was little difficult than the earlier one. The exam was little difficult than the earlier one. So here, difficult is the adjective, little is the adverb. The exam was little difficult than the earlier one. Meaning to say that it was a bit tough than the earlier one. It was tougher than the earlier exam. Alright. So now we have seen that adverbs can describe verbs. They can also describe adjectives. And so far we discussed a lot of adjectives and adverbs. Okay. So I will just give you a simple task now. Okay. Just think an adverb in your mind and give an example for that. Just think an adverb, any adverb.
Ma'am, means only one adverb.
Yeah, one adverb and form a sentence. With that, we will wind up the session. Okay.
Ma'am, can I say?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I run quickly.
I run quickly. Very good. Okay, fine. Devasmita,
Ma'am, they think deep.
they think deeply. Hmm? Deeply. You can add.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Very good. Yeah. Sonal, can you give an example? Good, Devasmita. Good. Sonal, why are you not responding? Give an example for an adverb. You should give a sentence. Okay. Just one word is enough. Okay, I will give a word. I will just form a word. I will give a word and form a sentence. The word that I would like to use is scarcely. Okay, scarcely means very little in quantity. Okay, so I can say, okay, I scarcely find some water in the well. Meaning to say that the well has a very little amount of water. I scarcely see some water in the well. Do you want to form more examples? Or shall we wind up the class? Okay, you do one thing. I will just post today's PDF in the group. Okay, and I will also give you a set of words, 10 words. Just try to form sentences using those adverbs. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So thank you so much. So meet you on next Monday.